Google Classroom has two areas of settings. The first are notification settings. They are located on the three lines at the very bottom. Let me move this toolbar out of the way. And then you have your settings. This is where you can set up your notifications. You can do this on an overall level, which I highly suggest you don't turn off all notifications because you won't know if a student has tried to reach out to you with a private message on an assignment. So I would be very selective on which notifications I turn on or turn off in this section. This is also where you could change your profile picture. That's what's going to appear on the tile for your students. You can turn off the notifications for your comments, the classes you are enrolled in. These might be classes that you don't need notifications for, but be very selective in what notifications you turn on and off. You also have notifications for class you teach. You can also just turn off notifications for particular classes that you don't need them from. The next set of settings are the settings for a particular class. So when I go into a particular class, at the top next to the waffle, you have your settings. When you go into these settings, this is where you can change class details. This is where you can also change the link to your SIS or add the link to your SIS. But if you unlink and then relink a class in this section, it will duplicate all those assignments that you have already imported into Infinite Campus. Do this only in very specific circumstances. The next is you can manage your invite codes. This is where you can get your students into your class. If you're elementary, you're probably going to manually add students, and we'll talk about that in the people video. However, if you're secondary, an easy way to add lots of students to the classroom is to just display the code up on the smartboard. Be careful with this display code, as if it has a 0 or an O, a 1 or an L, that might be confusing for students. And you can change your invite code by clicking on this drop-down menu and resetting it. You can also turn it off, and that means no one else can join your classroom. You probably will only want to turn it off when you know your class is full and no other students need to enter it. But for the most part, I never turn off my invite code because there's always new students coming. Another way you can get students in your class is to send them the invite link. So if you copy this, you can send that invite link through email, or your school might post it somewhere where students can join your class. The next you have is the stream. You will probably want to turn off in the initial setup that the students can post and comment until you've established procedures of what to post and comment on the stream and what's appropriate. Then you have different levels of what the students can post. I would start off with only teachers can post and comment and work up to the students can post and comment. You can also just turn on that students can only comment after you've posted something. Next, you have classwork on the stream. This one, I would hide all the notifications. The stream will get very cluttered and it'll be a very confusing place because it's not organized like the classwork under topic. Students will start to rely on the stream and they'll get confused of what assignments are categorized in certain weeks. It just becomes a jumbled mess. So I usually hide the notifications, but it is different options you have. Do you want to show deleted items? If you are having the students post and comment or can only comment, I would definitely turn on the deleted items. So if a student posts or comments something inappropriate and then quickly deletes it, you will still see what they have posted or commented on if you turn on this. The next is Guardian Summaries. In the People tab, you can add a Guardian email And these email addresses for your parents or guardians will receive an email showing upcoming assignments and work that is missing. Next, you can generate a Meet link for your class. This will appear in the banner. This is one of two ways that you would want to use Google Meets. The other way is through a nickname. Do you want the Meet link visible to students? If you're going to be using it to have a Google Classroom Meet, then definitely turn that on. However, you can turn it off when you aren't using that Google Meet link. The next is the grading. Do you want to show an overall grade? I would definitely have no overall grade, because the grade calculation in your Google Classroom may be different than the grade calculation in your Infinite Campus. So I would definitely not show the overall grade to the students. I would have this turned off. But you might want to consider weighted by category. If you use formative, summative grade, you might want to put what grade category the assignment is. So I would definitely leave off show overall grade, but you can add different categories. So you can add formative and the percentage, and then summative. Then on the different assignments, you're going to see a new selection menu for formative assignment. You might want to have an other category or something where you can put things that do not get calculated into the grade. So this is nice for students to know what the assignment is if it's formative or summative, but that is optional. Then when you are finished with your settings, make sure you click Save.